Hey, welcome back to the shop, guys. My name's Adam. So we're working on Saturday Night Special episode 70. And we got some things to share with you this week. I'm going to try to throw in some machine work for you, actually. Some stuff that I had done last week. We're going to try to squeeze that in there. So we got some updates. Let's see, last week I almost updated the complete roof extension build out there. And you guys got to see most all of it. Joe was still working on it Saturday as I made that video, and he completed it Saturday about 2 o'clock and he got done with it. So I'm gonna give you a quick update on the completion of it, and we'll walk around. I'll show you what I've cleaned up out there so far, and maybe talk about some future plans, and maybe show you a couple shots of how it was built, things like that. But anyway, that's done, and I'm really happy how that turned out, and I'm glad I got to meet Joe and become friends with him. He's a really good builder, carpenter, and he can pretty much do any job you need. So that was cool. We'll give you an update there. I've got a viewer appreciation gift that came in this week down here. I'm going to go and open that up and bring it down here and share it with you guys, and we'll see what we got there. I'm actually making this video early in the week, and the reason I'm doing that is because I have family that's going to come and visit me this weekend. My cousin Alex that lives over in Tallahassee, he's going to come spend the weekend with me, and I'm looking forward to it because I've been busy and really don't get to do a whole lot with anybody anymore. And me and him are really good buddies, and he's going to come over and we're going to hang out. And I might get a little bit of video when we're hanging out, depending on what we do. We talked about maybe going to the beach. So if we go out there, I'll make sure I take my GoPro, and I will be able to share with you guys some video of the Pensacola beach out here. So we'll see. We're going to just play that by ear. So I'm working on this video early, like I was saying. I'm going to go ahead and get it done. So I may be a little missing in action this weekend as far as commenting back to your comments because I'm going to be with my family, but I'll definitely read all your comments and respond whenever I can. So I've also got the first video made for the gantry crane modifications. I've got that video made, and I'm gonna have that set to release after this S&S, and we'll probably have one more video after that. I believe it's just going to be 2 videos, and that'll be done. And I hope you enjoy those. Those are no machining, mainly just fab work, welding, and that kind of stuff, some grinding. So I hope you enjoy them. All right, I think that's about all the updates. I've got one more I want to share with you though, and that is the Teespring campaign. This week, remember I kept mentioning that we need a few more shirts so that we can launch the campaign again. Well, we finally met that minimum. And so the campaign is current right now. As of today, there's 8 days left in the campaign. When you guys see this video, there should be a few days left, probably about 4 days of the campaign left. So I should have looked when the actual ending date is, but I didn't before I recorded. But anyway, if you're still interested in buying one of the t-shirts with the Abom 79 logo on it, now's your chance to do it. So follow the link. I'll post the link in the description of this video again, and I'm going to pop up that picture right now that I showed you before, showing you what my Teespring campaign looks like. So make sure that you're at the right one and click the link that I share, and hopefully we can get a few more shirts sold, and everybody can have their shirt. But as of today, I looked, and we already sold another 100 shirts, man. And I was blown away whenever I read that. I thought it was just going to be a few more, and once we reached that 50, that's what started the campaign again. And I looked today, and there's already another 50. So we're already 100 shirts more than when the campaign ended before. That's really cool. So go get your shirt if you're still looking for one, and everybody that has given me support, I cannot thank you enough. It's really, really great. So I hope you enjoy those shirts and enjoy wearing them. I like wearing mine. I'm just in my work shirt right now, but I enjoy wearing mine. And as I said before, we're working on some new artwork. I've got another idea that I'm playing around with, and I got my buddy Quinn. He's been helping me with it. So hopefully pretty soon. I don't want to rush into it, but pretty soon we're probably going to have another T-shirt campaign with a different type of image on it. Something that I've been thinking about for a while, and Quinn's been helping me with it. So we're still working on it. I don't want to rush into it, especially with the campaign that's running right now. But whenever that time comes, I hope to share it with you guys, and we'll see how that goes. So I believe that's all the updates I'm going to share that I got for you this week. So we got some viewer appreciation mail. We'll give you an update outside, and we'll throw a little machine work in there, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, thank you. Hey guys, all right, so last Saturday I give you all of the updates on the new addition here, the roof extension, and you just about seen a completed project. It was just about done. Joe was working on it last Saturday, and he actually finished it last Saturday about 2 o'clock. He finished all the shingling and got it done. So I wanted to go ahead and give you a shot of the completed job to finish off the update, so you know where we stand on everything. And I got to say that I'm really happy the way it turned out. I'm really glad that I met Joe. I mean, not only did I find somebody that did good work, I also made a new friend out of it. Me and Joe, I can tell we've become friends. We're in each other's network now. So Joe is kind of like a one-man band to me. Any kind of work that you need, if you need a house built or you need some electrical done, anything, I mean, he seems like the guy to go to. He'll do it all. So I really enjoyed that I met him, and I really like the work that he did. I'm really happy. I know I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I did read a couple comments last week. Some guys were saying that they didn't think that the pitch was right or whatever, but it was built right, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But did a good job. So I'm going to give you a couple more peeks at everything. I'm going to show you what I've done out here. I went ahead and started cleaning up, and I got all the tarps off the machines out here and got all the leaves blown off. I still got a lot to do. This is just the beginning out here. I'm going to pressure wash the concrete, get it clean, and hopefully pretty soon we're going to go ahead and start on some more work out here. We're going to do electrical, and thinking about possibly go ahead and get the insulation and plywood for the top right here, because my plan is to have this enclosed as a new room for the shop. So I'm thinking before we start running all these lights out here that I might want to go ahead and close the top up, so that part's done. That way when we go to do that, if I have lights up here, we're not taking them all back down. Just go ahead and finish this and then put lights up. So that's one of the things that I'm thinking about here. And we're going to run electrical out here down the wall, so that we have some receptacles for grinders and things like that. And we also need some 3-phase power out here for the drill presses down here, and for future machines. You never know what's going to end up out here. The bandsaw, I need a receptacle out here for the bandsaw. So we got a lot to do, but I'm very happy with the new. It's like a porch, really. It's a really nice porch, and I got my little chair right there that I've been sitting in the afternoons, just enjoying it. It's been really nice. So, and I got some pictures there that I took, and I'll show those in the video there, so that you can see the shingling and stuff like that. Because I'm not going to get up there. I don't feel like getting my ladder out, but I'll show the pictures so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay. So we'll start with the end view here, and maybe you can tell, I can tell anyway, I've been cleaning up. Just trying to get you to see how it was built there. I had a lot of guys ask me what hurricane clips was. If you see those metal tabs up there on the rafters, that's what a hurricane clip is. So the 2x12 is bolted down to the existing rafters up there, and then there's some additional nailing on these rafters here to secure everything. I did notice these two. You can see all those little metal clips. Those are spacers for the plywood. All those are in there. He said that you're supposed to have 6 nails per shingle, so that's how he did the shingles now. I think the old code was 4 nails per shingle, so now it's 6. So yeah, I've been cleaning up a little out here, and this was all still a bunch of leaves that was behind the drill presses. Let me move this. A little bit of the rain got onto these drill presses here, so I got a little bit of light work to do on that to clean them up. No big deal, but these are the ones that I had pulled from my shop, and this is the one that we always use right here, and it should still be just fine. I just got to do some cleaning up. And this is the Cincinnati Bickford that used to be inside the shop. In my earlier videos, you used to see this behind me, and I ended up moving it outside. Still got some cleaning up to do. And these are eventually, I'm going to set these off out here in the yard with the forklift so that it's cleaning up I can gain a little bit of space out here. But I got all the leaves cleaned up and blown out of here, so that's what I've been working on last weekend. Just trying to create a little cleaner environment out here. So that's my metal rack that I'll get cleaned up and organized, and some of my metal will be on that. And that's the 3-ton electric chain fall from my old shop, and I'm going to try to sell that and get that out of here. And you can see right there, we still got I still got plenty of room for now anyway. I can keep the charger out here if I want to. Got my forklift charged up. I can't use it very much out here, but you can lift it. You can lift the forks about halfway up. That's about it though. But I have many future plans on things I'd like to do. One of these days I want to get more concrete out there, so the forklift could actually go out there onto the slab and be able to use it to unload trucks and things like that. So I think we're going to go ahead and call this update completed. I'll go ahead and walk out here so you can get a better shot. So that's it for the new shop edition updates, and I hope you enjoyed. Okay. All right, so we got this week's viewer appreciation mail. I got to say, this was a very heavy box, and I see after I opened it up why he put duct tape all over it. But anyway, this is from Ken Ryder, and he is from Kennewick, Washington. It's either Kennewick or Kennewick, Washington. And he's got a couple things here that he has sent. And if you can see right down here on this foam, it says Abom note inside. So he has gone, I haven't really opened it yet, but I kind of ripped this corner open. And what it looks like is we have Flintstone style tablet here. I'm going to go ahead and rip it open. And we have our note written on this piece of plate. What is this, inch? Looks like a little more than an inch. No, but it's an inch. So about 7 inches wide there, about 7 by 8. So let's see what he has to say on this note right here. Adam, hey, couldn't find a piece of paper enclosed. I'm sorry. Hey, couldn't find a piece of paper. Enclosed is an auto darkening lens for the GoPro so we can watch you lay a bead. Next is the Sure Shot, already marked is what I use. All right. I can't read that, but one got smeared. Marking tools, some of Tom's love drill bits, and a new pair of your favorite safety glasses. So the grinding discs are what we use at work. The flat wheel cuts like a stone, so be careful. Also, some smaller flat wheels are good for tight spaces in aluminum. So again, sorry I couldn't find a piece of paper, but you can use the notepad if needed. They were not needed at work, and it fits into Abom status. Ken Ryder. So that's a cool note. We need to frame that up and hang it on the wall, man. And there's another one right here. I think this is just another piece. Okay. So another big piece of 1-inch plate. Thank you very much, Ken. Hey, you didn't deburr this one right here. You should always deburr parts going out of a shop so that guys like me don't cut our hands open. You did good on the notepad though. Alright, so let's see what's in the box. Sounds like you've got something for a GoPro in here. An auto darkening for welding. Let's see. Oh yeah, got all kind of. You did get my favorite safety glasses, the Smith & Wesson. It's the new Smith & Wesson safety glasses. Thank you very much, man. I've been needing to get some more of these. The ones that I use, I've had for quite a while now. That's awesome. Okay, we got some flapper disc. All right, that's going to be a slugger, an annular cutter. Kind of like I showed the other day, that one I got. This is a 5/8. Called an annular cutter or a slugger bit. Some even call them whole hogs. That's cool. We got another one in here. 3/4. Yeah, okay, so we got a 3/4 slugger. And these can also be used in the conventional mill. Man, you got all kind of good stuff in here. All right, so there's a backup pad for sanding disc right here. Got a small flapper there. There's the big flap wheel right there, nice thick one. Okay, rock mount. You did send me a Sure Shot. Okay, let me get the rest of this stuff. I believe a couple. There's what you wrote your note with right there. Okay, and we also have a silver Sharpie. Those are nice for marking on dark metals. Okay, here's the little flapper. We got our grinding wheel here. All right, we've got two of these guys, these small flappers right here, and these are what's going to fit onto this backup for like a little small angle grinder. Let's see, yep, there we go. It just twists on, kind of like a roll lock style. All right, so there we go, very cool. One thing that I do need to go buy is another small little right angle air grinder. Mine was stolen whenever I was broken into a while back, and I bought one just like it down at the flea market for $5, but it turned out that it's broken and it's not working, so I just haven't picked one up yet. So we'll save these for whenever I get me a new little right angle grinder. Those are awesome, Ken. Thank you very much. All right, oh, we've got another one of these riding sticks right here. So we got 2 of these. I'd like to take one of these to work and put it in my toolbox down there. Probably one of the Sharpies also. So I'll use them down there. A lot of the stuff that I use here at work, I also use at my job down there. And I'm constantly putting little things that are very helpful to me in my toolbox and use down there. So some of these things that people give me, I take down there and use so that I can put them to use frequently. So let's check this out, man. I'm excited to see what this is. Okay, it's an auto darkening. Okay, so it's the auto darkening lens out of a Weldon shield here. So he's salvaged this out of a Weldon helmet. So I guess what he's wanting me to do is build something for this to go on, to go around the GoPro. And I will tell you, I've been kind of saving this, and I don't know why I haven't talked about it yet, but I've already played around with building a dark lens for the GoPro camera for taking some welding shots. I did it several months ago. I was building something that would go over the camera. And I never shared any of that video or talked about it yet because I wasn't ever happy with the footage from the GoPro. And I think it's just because of the nature of the GoPro camera. It doesn't do good in low lighting. And when you put a welding shield over the GoPro and weld with it, it's actually hard to see. You can see the ball of light there and the welding going on, but you can't see it very well. It's not like guys such as Jody, Keith Finner, and even John Mills all do a great job of having a camera that they can zoom in very close to where the welding is going to be, and you can see it. You can distinguish what's going on, and it hasn't really worked out like that for the GoPro camera. So I guess I'll just have to share some of that footage with you guys. You know, go back and look at it and see if it's something that is worth sharing. I know you guys would like to see it anyway, no matter what. So we'll talk about that another time. But again, this is exactly what I was wanting to do whenever I made that little mount, is to have auto darkening capability. So we will definitely hold on to this, because the GoPro camera is not the only camera that I want in my arsenal. I do want to upgrade one of these days and have something with zooming capability. So we may have to save this for another camera. So thank you very much for that though. All right, so we got a Sure Shot sprayer, and this is probably gonna be like, let me just grab mine real quick. I've had a lot of guys ask me about mine. So this is my sprayer here. This is a Zep brand, but I think this was probably made by Sure Shot or a Milwaukee sprayer. So that's mine there, and I think that's what's in here. Now this is Safety Clean brand. All right. I even like the colors, man. So he's already got it marked with WD-40. So let's see. You got it. Oh, you don't even have anything in there. You just had it marked WD-40, but you've got it pressurized. I guess I thought I heard something in there. So he's got it marked for WD-40, so we'll have to use this for our WD, okay? We'll go ahead and make sure it's used for that. But you can see what I mean. The nozzle on the Zep right here is a little different. It's got a plastic nozzle, but everything else about it looks exactly the same. So I believe that Milwaukee sprayer probably builds them, and then other people take them and they put their name on them. But these are awesome, by the way. If you don't have one of these are great to have around the shop. You can use a lot of different chemicals and you know, fluids and things in there. I like to keep mine fast evaporating cleaner in mine and use it. So, okay, that's our viewer appreciation mail from Ken. Thank you very much for everything. These are all really, really nice gifts, man. And we'll put the steel away. Hopefully we can use this for a project one of these days. I think I'd like this to keep the note that you wrote to me. That's very unique. I've never had a note wrote on a piece of steel like that. So thank you again very much for all the gifts, Ken.
This is my prize. This is my prize. I need this after this. Something about it. I love it. It's so good. It's so good in my hand. Turn it off. Thanks.
Got a little job here to do for a friend of mine, Phil. Needs a simple little pin made and a bushing. So that's what we're going to do. I've got a little sketch here of what the pin actually looked like. It'll be sitting like that on a bumper, and he's going to weld this on. So he'll basically have a pin sticking up, and then a piece of this DOM tubing. This was his here, so I've got to part a piece of this off. This will be welded to a piece of tubing, and it'll sit down onto the pin like so. And it has to do with one of the kind of like a spare tire holder that swings out on the back of a Jeep. So this is the piece of material that I'm going to use right here. Some 2-inch cold roll. That's a nice length right there. This is one that I used for a jig in a previous video. And I'm gonna chuck this up and turn it, drill and tap again. And so this right here we'll start with. I'm going to go ahead and bead blast it and get all the rust and corrosion off. Look like it's been sitting outside a little while. And this is an 1 1/8" ID, but it's not a true 1 1/8". I just want to go ahead and make sure that it's nice and round. And instead of boring it, we're going to try another trick. Use a tool that I don't think I've shown on a video yet. I've got a nice 1 1/8" reamer, so we're going to use this, and I'm going to use a floating, I believe it's called a floating chuck holder, but you can put a taper shank drill or a reamer or something like this in it, and it allows a little bit of off-axis movement in case you have, if you have a piece of tubing like this and you indicate the OD, a lot of times your ID is not perfectly true with the OD. So now you can indicate the ID in and get that true, but I just want to show you this tool because if you do have a little bit of run out on the ID, using this tool will allow the cutter to stay straight and parallel with the work but actually float and follow it, okay? So we'll pull that out and give that a try. So we'll go ahead and get started on it. Pretty simple job, not a lot to it. Some of your basic lathe work, chucking, indicating, turning, that kind of stuff. So we'll give you some shots of it, okay? All right, I went ahead and got the piece of DOM bead blasted and chucked up, and I've got my floating chuck holder installed right here. So this would be the reamer that we're going to use. Again, this is 1 1/8" ID, and this is 1 1/8" reamer right here. So it'll skin just a little out, but if you watch, you can see the cutter moving here. So I believe it allows up to 15 thousandths of float, but it stays nice and parallel though, nice and straight. So the tubing's looking pretty good, but it's not perfectly running on center there on the bore. So that's what we'll do, is we'll run that sucker in there and just make sure our bore is nice and straight, and then we'll make a pin to match it, but we're gonna have to give it some clearance anyway because this will be welded onto a piece of tubing, okay? So let me get set up and we'll make a face cut. Okay, we're ready to ream this thing. I got this stuck out 4 inches. I'm just going to go ahead and put me a nice little 4-inch mark right there. I'm using my Eagle with some oil. I done got some squirted up in there. And we're running 180 RPMs. Oop, too far. All that whey oil on the ways. All right, when it first grabs it, it's going to try to, it'll be a little jumpy until it gets in there. There it goes. You should be able to see that sucker floating. Tell you what I'm going to do. Maybe you can see this. I'm going to reposition the camera. Come on. And you can see it inside of here floating also. All right, that'll give us plenty right there. Okay, you can definitely see that it cut some metal. So we should have a nice round hole in there, somewhere around 1 1/8 inch, okay? All right, we're gonna try out that new parting and grooving tool that Eric Skinner gave me. We modified to fit the tool holder. This will be the first time I cut with it. All right, and this piece is going to be 3 1/4, but what I'm going to do is just go ahead and I'm just going to part it a little bit long, because what I want to do is I'm going to chug it back up and face and chamfer the other side also. So we'll go a little over 3 1/4 right there. Let me see, double check, 3 1/4. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm going to use a little catcher bar right here. Nice pre-cutting insert. Okay. Not too bad. I'm not overdoing it. I'm just taking 100 thousandths. So that's 1018 cold roll there, 2 inch. That insert right there does it pretty good at breaking the chip up. Alright, so I went ahead and turned this. I wanted this area to be 1 7/8, and we're going to go ahead and chamfer it. I just thought I'd show you the fitment of the tube there. Okay, I am going to polish this with some emery, make it nice and smooth. It's basically, this is kind of acting like a bushing without a, that's just, they'll put grease in here and it'll just pivot back and forth like so. So I want to make sure it's nice and smooth. We'll go ahead and hit a couple chamfers. Okay. All right, and I'm going to file this right here. We're going to go ahead and drill and tap this for 7/16 14. Go ahead and tap this thing. I went ahead and Drilled it with a letter U drill using a nice old school Morse tap that's still brand new. Spring center. I'm just going to hand tap this. I'm not going to power tap it. Stan, I guess I should have used anchor lube, huh? Sorry, buddy. Cutting oil works too. He takes a bolt and a washer, and after he slides the piece down on there, he uses a bolt to retain it, and that's what this is for here. It's a very simple design. We'll run this tap out, and I've already got her polished with emery. So from here, I need to go set up my bandsaw. I've got to run my extension cord to it and cut this thing off. I wouldn't use the power hacksaw for this because it'd take forever on this heavy stuff. So we're gonna set up the do-all. You know what? I got this one set up. All right, there we go. Get her out and blow that tapped hole out, and we'll be done. Okay, we got Phil's parts ready. So he'll have a bumper that he's fabricating, and this is going to sit on the bumper like so, and this will be welded around the base right there. That's why I made it just a little bit bigger, so that just in case he rolls over with a weld bead, it shouldn't interfere with the face of this tube, and it'll sit down on there nice and flat. This is getting welded to a piece of square tubing, and that's the pivot point. It's really all it is. And he's going to take a bolt and a washer and have that to retain it down, just to keep it from coming off, really, is all that's going to be. So that's it right there. And I think this may end up just being a trade job, a barter job. He's offered to come over. He's got a small Kubota tractor, and he offered to come over and help me put the gantry crane inside the shop, use the tractor for all the heavy lifting and pushing. So I might take him up on that offer and let him come over and help me get that thing in there, you know, and for his time, I give him a little bit of my time. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that. Just some very simple machining right there.